Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 6th of February for the Sun or the Ascendant. I'm going to give you some standout features to look out for, but please stay with me. As usual, I will dive deep to give you each of the 12 zodiac signs in forensic detail from Aries through to Pisces. Now this week begins with the potency of the full moon, which occurred at the end of last week, still reverberating through the heavens, particularly because the Sun and Uranus are in a tense right angle on Monday and Tuesday too. So anything to do with time management, whether it's around our social situation, our friendships, the things we want to do that are more creative for ourselves, there could be some disruption, last minute changes of plan, or some costs. However, on Tuesday, a really seminal event occurs because Mercury comes out of its post-retrograde shadow. It went into its pre-retrograde shadow on the 12th of December. Now, of course, it came out of the retrograde itself on the 18th of January. But if things have been a bit sluggish or you've been waiting for some information, Mercury goes on to combine with Pluto this week. And there could be a very important development around a worldly matter, such as a job application, a business a scenario, or perhaps to do with a goal or ambition. But then Mercury makes the transition into the sign of Aquarius, and that occurs on Saturday. And that's also really important because Mercury sparkles in Aquarius because it's a planet that's exalted in this sign. So, of course, Aquarius energy is very outgoing. It's very much to do with networking and friendships. So if we start this week feeling a little bit pulled around and a bit disorientated, by the end of the week, I think Mercury can help us to get things a little clearer. Now, also this week, from Monday through to Friday, Venus is in an energizing link with Uranus. Now, Venus in the sign of Pisces is a very mysterious influence, exalted, of course, itself. But this is provoking us to try something different or to surprise someone we're interested in, or even surprise our partner by doing something that's fresh and stimulating, because that can bring some magic to a relationship. But equally, it's an opportunity to think outside the box when it comes to our financial situation. Now, just to tell you, the two planets of fortune, Venus and Jupiter, the lesser and the greater benefit, from Monday to Friday are in a semi-sextile. So Jupiter in Aries is very much about initiative in the first house, and of course Venus in the 12th could be about the things we do behind the scenes, or it could be that some kind of benefit or piece of good fortune can be linked to a past good deed. So something can evolve quietly but rather pleasingly in the background of this week. Now, if you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for joining me once more. If you're new to my channel, it's great to have you with me. Please like or comment. I interact with all comments. This is very much a community. Or subscribe. Now, if you would like to ascend above this zodiac broadcast and understand what the next year holds for you personally, if you give me 3 pieces of personal data of time, date and place of birth, I can give you your forecast, but also my special package of 30% off, your life roadmap, which can help you to become more intimate with some of the planetary influences that have been aiding but perhaps even hindering you at times. Please see the link beneath this video. You can also get your zodiac, Vedic and Chinese forecast for the next year completely free. So Gemini, your week commencing the 6th of February forecast suggests that your energy can be really, really high in terms of your nervous energy as you come into this new week because of the impact of the full moon. And really what the full moon's asking you to do is to integrate the more emotional, spiritual and psychological dimension with your ideas and beliefs and the way you interact with the wider world. Sometimes we don't actually say how we feel. Sometimes it's quite smart to not say how we feel, because we have to be aware of who we're connecting to and what their agenda might be. But certainly with people that you can be more yourself with, even in this scenario, this intensity of energy can be quite hard to handle, to be honest. But as this week goes on, Uranus actually forges a very beneficial link to Venus. Your ability to have absolutely brilliant ideas, that's always been a given, has been heightened by Uranus in your 12th solar house, because that's seeing you make the connection between your communicational skills, but understanding how things work at a much deeper and more penetrative level. So having Uranus linking to Venus, the planet of money, but also charm and relationships, in the part of your situation to do with your professional interactions, means there could be someone influential that you encounter that gets the ingenuity of your ideas and is really impressed. Or it could be you're going to make an observation, an inner connection in your mind, or you can listen to a hunch around a business idea and really seize it quite quickly. With your ruler Mercury emerging from its post-retrograde shadow on Tuesday, that's definitely a great green flag. Of course, that began on the 12th of December, came out of retrograde on the 18th of January. It could just be that you've had to revisit some financial interactions. Maybe it's been to do with raising money, investing money. Perhaps you've been waiting for a decision from a financial institution. Perhaps actually you've been using Mercury going through this very reflective psychological part of your situation to attend to things like wills and life insurance, those kind of things you may have grappled with and used this reflective period in a very positive way. But I think that Mercury aligning with Pluto as the week goes forward can see you having some very important conversations. It may be that you're going to have to stand up your ideas to somebody, but equally can be extraordinarily persuasive. Now, your ideas are often very quickly expressed and very smart, but I think what you can add to this with Pluto's help is passion and intensity. But then, as the week comes to a close on Saturday, Mercury moves into your sister air sign of Aquarius. This is a great opportunity for Mercury, for you, because the 9th house is about breaking out. We've all had an awful lot of inhibition around freedom of movement and travel due to COVID. And then, of course, the financial crunch has not helped either. I think if you're in the mood for some stimulation, if you can get away from it all and do something really spontaneous, like, head off on a city break, or go to watch some kind of play or a band, or take in an art gallery, anything which is very stimulating will do you the world of good over the next few weeks. And if it's possible, if you decide to go off somewhere on a vacation or somewhere further afield, that also can feed your senses. But essentially, even from the comfort of your home, what you're going to crave is a lot more mental stimulation, but also a lot more spontaneity and variety. Very important for your sign at the best of times. But now I feel that you could find yourself thinking about life's bigger picture. Some of your philosophies can come much more into focus with Mercury's transition through this sign.